Hi everyone, my name is Lailani McClellan and I'm a family nurse practitioner. I got my undergraduate from VSU in 1997. So I guess I'm showing my age, huh? I got my master's degree from VSU, graduated last summer, and now I'm in the doctoral program. And I guess you could say this is my back to school era. Anyway, I always feel like that education is always a good decision, a great investment, and in the long run helps you grow as a person. I work two jobs. My full-time job is Peachtree Immediate Care, Valdosta West. It's an urgent care. And we have two clinics here in Valdosta. Mine is over by the mall, which is what we tell patients when they want directions. And there's another one on Inner Perimeter. I love it because we see a variety of cases. I like being able to do all my skills. And we do anything from women's health. I do some PAPs, a lot of teaching, sexually transmitted diseases, prevention and teaching, peds, sports physicals, teaching about immunizations, adolescents teaching them about health, wellness, physicals. All the providers for CRH are DOT trained. So we're on the National Registry. They make us keep up our education, pretty regular. We do lacerations, anything pretty much that comes in the door, unless it's something that it's a case that they need, higher care, which we transfer them to the ED as appropriate. So I love that. My second job is purely psych. It is at a substance abuse facility called Volunteers for America. And it's a program for women that are trying to deal with their drug abuse habits, and many of them have had their kids taken away. Many of them are stuck in the middle of court cases, on parole, violated their parole, have caseworkers, have parole officers. And, when you have that type of a background and that type of a history, it's a lot easier said than done to get over that hump and to be fully functioning as a mother, a woman, a person. And so they sit down with me and we figure out whether or not they meet criteria to be admitted to our facility. And it's a commitment. It's a 12-month program. But when those women graduate, every one of them gets a long-stemmed red rose because the program is that tough and because the commitment level is, so many people after a month pop positive because they have drugs on board. Where they got them, who knows, but they have to be dismissed from the facility once that happens. So those are my two jobs, and I've always told people that my job at each place helps me be a better practitioner at the other place. So substance abuse helps keep me knowing that people come from different backgrounds. You can't judge. And then my urgent care job helps me at Volunteers because I know that people have so many different comorbidities, psych, medical, a combination, all of the like. So that's a nice rounded combination, I feel. My home life. My husband is named Billy, and he is the sales manager for Langdale Honda here in Valdosta. I have two children. My daughter, Emma, and she's a speech language pathologist with her master's. She did all of that at VSU. My son is a mechanical engineer for Gulfstream, and they make private jets, so he's in the aeronautical division, specifically the supervisor of wingspans. My daughter actually works for a North Georgia county, and she does remote, and she's over the speech language pathologists for that school system. So she enjoys that. She likes being able to go. As far as what I like to do when I'm off, well, a lot of people in my family say I like to go to school when I'm off. But I'm a very passionate cook. I cook a lot of stuff. Ethnic food. I'm Filipino. I was born in New York City. My parents were both born and raised in the Philippines. My mom's a nurse practitioner. My dad's a retired physician in family practice. So medicine just kind of runs in my blood. I've never once regretted it. I also like to cook. My cheesecakes are insane. You have a lot of really good things in the South, but you do not have cheesecake. That being said, I also make a lot of barbecue meat. I make Filipino dishes, Mexican dishes, Italian dishes. I've had Italian people tell me my lasagna was up there, so I consider that a high compliment. Also, days find me also making gift baskets and flower arrangements and just little things that make life fun and worthwhile. In the back of my house, I have an herb garden. So some of you that went to Masters with me remember that I'll give away my homemade salsa because I just make so much of it. And it is really good too. So there's that. My goal in the DMP project is to improve the management of type 2 diabetes mellitus. Myself and my partner Annette Robinson, who's in the program with me, both feel like the way that we currently manage type 2 diabetes is behind. Because despite what all the research says, we're still using metformin as a first-line drug. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that efficacy of A1C is way different with the GLPs as well as the SGLT2s than it is with metformin. And all the research supports that. But there's a lot of hoops. I mean, Big Farm. Eli Lilly's made a ton of money on Ozempic. So they're not letting go. Will it ever change? I don't know. But we're willing to do the research and see. I've taken care of a lot of diabetics in both a private practice and in my urgent care. It's getting, it's usually comorbid with obesity, hypertension, and hyperlipidemia. So then you have all of this chronic disease process going on. And really, my goal in being a provider is to improve people's quality of life. When they have a chronic illness and they know there's no cure for it, that I can't change. But I can teach them ways to be healthier, choices that they can make, things they can do to prevent it, things they can start to prevent long-term organ damage, and just have more quality time with family and friends. Because really and truly, that's what I like. One of my other biggest passions is travel. I've traveled in and out of the country, and I've had great experiences for both. Many days will find me planning trips for my family. We keep Airbnb in business, but we also like hotels and resorts. Some of the places I've been are Hawaii, France, England, the Dominican Republic, and Belize, just to name a few. Currently, our family is trying to decide what we're going to do for the next year's vacation because we all go vacation together. And believe me, it is loud, wild, crazy, and fun because that's what my family is. Let me see if there's anything else. 5-year plan. In 5 years, I see myself getting closer to retirement, number one. Doing projects that help advance not only management of disease, but advanced practice nursing. I would love to have a preceptee that's in VSU's master's program getting their practitioner. One day, maybe even teach. Because I actually used to teach as a GA in the skills lab. But I look forward to whatever this semester and the rest of the semesters have to bring. Anyone that wants to talk to me or has a question can reach out. I'm always here. I want us to have an awesome semester. And when we take that stage with our DMPs, wow, that feeling. I mean, it's unmatched. I know that we can all do it, and I will see you soon in the rest of the threads. Have a great day.